Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing wonderful. And first, I just want to tell you, I know it's been 2 weeks since I posted a podcast, but my daughter had a baby. So we have been at the hospital and just busy, crazy. And I know why God does not want me to have a baby at 51 because I'm tired and it's not even my baby. But I'm not tired today, but it was a lot, and I know it's a lot on a new mama, and I remember those times, and I think, oh my gosh, how did I ever make it through? But you do, and you will, and it's a wonderful, beautiful, exciting thing, and I'm so thankful for this beautiful new life and what he already means to me. So anyway, today I want you to think about what is your favorite Thanksgiving memory. Now, I know that I have friends in other countries that are watching this because they tell me they do, and we talk about it, but they don't celebrate Thanksgiving, obviously. And so if there's a birthday, a graduation, a time when you got some kind of certification and had some kind of celebration, or Easter, or another holiday that you have a favorite memory from, something that is so special to you that it just stands out, then I want you to grab that one right now. And I would love for you to write it down. Now, I know some of you may not journal like we talked about before. I know I scratch my head, I think, every time I do a podcast. Anyway, if Erica knew that I said this in the middle of this, by the way, she would cut it out because she'd think it was crazy. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. It would be great if you would write it down, even if you took a piece of paper and just wrote it down, because it is something that other people in your family or friends would probably enjoy reading. I know you think they may not, but they would. And even if you don't know somebody today that might want to read it, there could be somebody one day that wants to read it, and you just need to tuck it away in a drawer or your Bible or favorite book, and that would be something neat for them to read one day. But what I want you to do is, when you write this down, I want you to write down everything that you can recall about that celebration or that gathering or whatever it was. Why did it stand out to you? Why is it so special to you? Why is it such a great memory for you? And you may have to dig deep, guys, because unfortunately, sometimes the memories, the things that we remember the most, are the sad or the not so good times. And that's unfortunate, but that's what happens. And so you may have to dig a little deeper and find those good ones. I don't know why we always remember the sad ones or the bad ones, or why we don't do this or don't do that. But I think that's why it's so important that we grab this good one and write it down. And if you want to write down multiple, of course, that's your choice to do. I mean, you could write down about several that meant a lot to you. Back in, for a long time now, I've been doing Thanksgiving at my house. And I don't even know what year I started doing it, but it was in the early 2000s. But in 2015, I had a cousin that was talking about how she had a tablecloth that she had everybody sign for Thanksgiving and that kind of thing. And that was a special memory and a special keepsake for her. And I thought, I can't do that with a tablecloth, because I know either I would wash it, or I can't stand not to wash it, or I don't have places to put them, or whatever. So I thought, what can I do to capture those memories like that? So I started in 2015 buying picture frames, and I get like a poster board. Sometimes I do just a piece of paper, and I'll buy a frame that has the border. And then I section out a place, whether it's in the middle or on the edges or whatever, that no one can write, because those are for pictures. And I ask everyone that's at my Thanksgiving meal that day to sign my board. And some people just sign their names. Some people will write special memories from the year or something they're thankful for, whatever it may be. And so then I just take a bunch of candid pictures that day, and I'll paste little pictures. I can't put everybody on there because it'd be a whole wall mural, and I don't have enough room, because right now I have 10 years worth of these frames hanging on the hallway as you come in my house. I love them. That is something that I have cherished, and I wished that I had done it from the time I started in the early 2000s. See, we used to not have a real family gathering for Thanksgiving. That just wasn't our holiday that we did. Not saying we didn't celebrate Thanksgiving, we did, but most of the family went to their other family that did Thanksgiving. And so I can remember times eating at the Waffle House. And this was prior to children having kids. But, it just wasn't our real big family gathering holiday. So then I started, saying, hey, I'll cook Thanksgiving lunch, and we just kind of get whoever was straggling that didn't have somewhere to go, get together. Next thing you know, it turned into a huge event. And so I treasure these picture frames that I'm telling you about in the hallway, because in all those events, some of these people have gone on to their heavenly homes, and I love looking at pictures of them and seeing what they wrote. Some of them have moved on in life. They were just here for a season. They're not in their heavenly home, but they're no longer a part of our Thanksgiving celebration. But it's kind of neat to look back and remember some good things. And then we also have new babies, and you see a new one in there, and then another new one. And this year we'll have 3 that weren't here last year that will be a part of Thanksgiving, even if they're not at the meal, because obviously it's RSV flu season, but they're still here for the family. And so that's really neat. And our Thanksgiving that started so small, I've had some years I've had 60 people here in my house, and let me tell you, we had a table in every crook and cranny you could find to fit people in here, and they were always wonderful and special. But we had one year, my sister and brother-in-law had stopped to Echo, and I can't remember, maybe they were getting gas or ice or something, I don't know. They were on their way here, and we were all getting going, because we had a house full. And I can't remember, it seems like my sister called me, but I can't remember if she called me or called somebody and said, we're bringing 3 ladies that we met at Echo to lunch today. We were like, okay, whatever, because I invite anybody that doesn't have a place for Thanksgiving. And these 3 ladies come in, and they're from New Jersey and New York, totally different than we are in a lot of ways. And it was wonderful. We enjoyed them. They enjoyed us. Their car broke down, and they didn't know anybody. They were traveling to somewhere through here. And so my sister and brother-in-law just brought them over here, and they ate and enjoyed the afternoon with us. And we actually kept in touch for a long time. And I think they may still keep in touch with my sister. But that was a really special Thanksgiving. And I could sit here and write. I'm not going to tell y'all these little details because they're probably not something you necessarily would be interested in. But there are little details that I could write in my story to share with my kids. And that was just one. We had another year that actually my niece's in-laws, her whole family was coming to town, and they didn't have a place big enough for all of them to have Thanksgiving together. So I invited them to our Thanksgiving, and I think they may have had around 15 or 16 family members that joined ours. And that was really a unique year, a special year. And, I didn't know most of them, but it, brought our families together. So that way, when we actually went to their wedding, we all knew each other. But it was special that they were able to be here. And, we have a lot of neat little memories. And they all signed my board, wrote what they were thankful for, and a memory about Thanksgiving that year. So, there's a lot of little things like that. Sometimes your favorite memory might be something that you smelled baking. It may be, it's just like my mama. Some of my memories with her, could be things like her cooking banana bread. So every time I cook banana bread, I think of her, or smell banana bread, I think of her. Picking strawberries in the strawberry field with her. There's just so many little things that you need to dig out that are good. And you might end up with a whole notebook of stories and things that are special to you, that once you start cranking those out, you'll find more and more of them. And we need more of that, because a lot of our life right now, or our times, or our world is in, a blue place, in a sad place, negative, and yes, we can talk about, like I do, being positive and reaching out to others and loving on others and speaking to others and doing kind acts and all those things, and you still need to do those things, and they are good for you. But you also need to cling and to, bring up again all those happy moments in life, all those good things, all those celebrations, because I do too. And this is something that came to me, and I was like, okay, what is a favorite Thanksgiving memory? When I started doing this, I thought, okay, I need everybody that watches me to do this too, because it's so healing and it's so good and it's so happy. So happy. So I want you to do it. Do this exercise. Write it down. And it may be something that you do for the next week or the next month or the rest of this 2025 year. You may write a story every day, something that you can share with your family or whomever about something special that you remember that either made a big difference in your life, or something that you feel so warm and cozy about, or that's so special or warm for you and happy. So, okay. You see, I have a Christmas tree out here. I'm outside. I guess you've heard the cars and the birds and all kinds of things. But I thought it was such a beautiful day that I should be out here. So I have on green today, and I have on my reindeer earrings. Oh, there's another one of those stink bugs. Those things come flying through and like crazy. But so I'm a little bit of Christmas. Of course, our weather is like we're having a beautiful fall, spring day or something. But I'm still feeling the love of the season. And it's wonderful. And I hope you are too. And I love you all. And I thank you for listening to me. I hope you get something from it. I hope it helps you in some way, and maybe even helps someone else while it's helping you. Take care. Talk to you next time.